Is it dangerous? Is it bad for the battery? Like being like we just went through a deep freeze here in Calgary, minus 30 Celsius.
Minus 30, minus 40 with a wind chill. Just about
cold, like pretty extreme.
That's minus 40 Fahrenheit or minus 40 Celsius are the same. I would never drive without knowing where I was going. In single digit percentage, I'm going to start worrying about getting somewhere to charge.
Okay, so if you're going home, if you have a charger at home, or if you're going somewhere to charge, kind of thing.
Exactly, and just being prepared to plug in right away.
Okay.
And then planning better for it, slowing down. The Tesla does have a great battery management system that maintains battery temperature, so it won't let it get so cold that it can't run, but at the same time it can't keep warm. Like I noticed when I was driving that one night in this video here, you can see up somewhere, and if you drive,
which was minus 40.
It was minus 40 with the wind chill. Yeah, it was horrible. If you drive in those conditions, your battery doesn't warm up. It starts to cool down even. So there's no amount of driving is going to keep the battery warm.
Okay.
So it's going to limit the power it can take from the battery, and it's also going to make the minimum higher. So you're not going to be able to go down to your normal minimum. So
your minimum like distance or minimum.
The minimum percentage even, right?
Your battery.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you thought you could go down to 0 or safely down to 1%, that's gone. Maybe it's 5%. And so risking beyond single digits, just don't do it. If it's an emergency, fine. But yeah, just be careful. And not to put anyone down. Not everyone understands all this stuff. But yeah, to try to help people understand that batteries do not work as well in the cold, even though lithium works way better than a lead acid.
Okay.
A lead acid, like the 12-volt battery that's even in this car, that's going to be gone in the Model Y apparently.
So lead acid is like a traditional car battery.
Yeah.
Like a big honking car battery.
Yeah.
Lead acid. That's the
12-volt battery has 50% loss at 0% or 0 Celsius. That's how much it loses. Compared to lithium, it's something like 10%. And we can't speak to exact science with the Tesla. Maybe if some of our viewers know, please share. You can get better performance out of a Tesla battery or other EV batteries because they have battery management systems.
Okay. So what kind of like, you're talking about battery management system? What kind of battery management system would a Tesla have?
So it has these modules and these packs that regulate temperature, and a fluid system that keeps the battery at an optimal temperature. And when it's going to a supercharger, it's actually heating up the battery so that it can charge faster at the lower percentage rates, right?
Oh, okay.
So when you're in single digit percentage, and you're mapping to a supercharger, it's going to
heat up the battery. So it can accept charge faster.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the battery management system, would it be, so it's like a heater in a way? It's a heater and a cooler for the battery.
That's right.
It's gonna, when it's going to a charging station, it's gonna prepare the battery a bit.
That's right.
When it's cold weather, it's gonna be working a little bit overtime or whatever, or like working more because
a little more.
It's compensating for the temperature. Do you think that consumes
more power?
More power would, because it needs the energy.
Yeah.
Not very much, you think? Like, is it a?
They say it's not a huge amount, and when you're in your last, 10% of battery, you just want to make sure you make it to the supercharger. It's not going to put it in jeopardy.
Okay.
But yeah, you definitely don't want to be risking those low single-digit percentages, thinking that you have this range left that you really don't.
Okay.
I can't say this enough to anyone new getting into this. Just be careful. So start planning ahead, like know where your charging situation is, your solutions in your area or where you're going. Charge point is one. There are other apps out there. PlugShare, that's another app that I use all the time. And of course your supercharger network for the Tesla, and other EVs have great systems to find charging as well. So you just want to be aware of all your backups, right?
Yeah. I wonder what the percentage is of Tesla owners, especially, take a right. I wonder what the percentages of Tesla owners in Alberta have their own charging solution or charging at their house. So,
Yeah.
of course you don't. Of course you live in an apartment. You're kind of like it's the perfect storm not to own a Tesla for you.
Yeah.
Which is part of the reason we're doing this channel.
Yeah.
And sharing this story. So, people that have charging, they have a charger in their garage, they have a heated garage. A lot of this stuff doesn't come up, but that's not going to be everyone's case, right? Some people don't have garages, they don't have charging, i.e. yourself. So I wonder how much of a factor this is, or like how much of an inconvenience is to Tesla drivers, because they have
I think the biggest inconvenience is if you don't have heated parking, and we have heated parking, we just can't plug in. It does make a big difference.
Block heater.
Right.
Of course, so super cold temperature, you plug in your car, it keeps the block heater warm, or keeps your block warm, or it circulates coolant throughout your vehicle depending on what kind of block heater you have. What does Tesla have in comparison to that?
So I would say you don't really need to worry about keeping the motor warm to operate, because it will be fine at almost any temperature.
Okay.
But the battery has to maintain an optimal temperature to run properly. So the battery management system, the BMS, is the comparable thing, and Tesla has the best in the industry. And other manufacturers are getting better at figuring this stuff out too.
Okay.
But many would say that they're still years behind Tesla's battery technology.
Okay.
So there's the cell. They look kind of like a AA but bigger, and then they put them in this module, and then they put that in a pack, and the pack and the module are getting fluid circulating, and they're getting the batteries to an optimal temperature.
Okay.
So that is keeping the battery running at an optimal temperature, and the car runs better because of it. But it's always running. In comparison with an engine, that block heater is just getting the engine warm, and then the engine just keeps itself warm.
So what happens if you had to park outside? I know, like, a lot of Tesla owners probably don't park outside, let's be honest. A lot of them probably have their own garage at least, whether it's heated or not, underground parking like yourself. So if you are parked outside for a longer period of time, you're parked outside, you need, if you had a traditional vehicle, gas engine, diesel engine, if you have a block heater, you'd plug it in. Is there anything like you can't plug in just for heat, or just for like engine management in a Tesla? Like you don't plug it in like that.
Well, but you can, because obviously you can plug into a 120 volt outlet, what some people call 110 volt, a plug-in outside. You can plug it right in.
Sure.
Why not?
Okay.
So and that is what some people have to rely on to keep their battery warm. But then that's all it does. When it gets super cold, that's pretty much all it can do is keep the battery warm.
Canadian cold weather, nice to have, not a must by any means, is a car starter.
The car starter.
Like, it is. Tesla, people that have them, use them. Whether you go to the shopping mall or you go to the movie for 2 hours, you come back out, your car's been sitting outside. Before you get in the car, you let it run for 10 minutes.
That's right.
You warm it up a bit. That is.
And this car has the best, really. It's like an app. Turn it on, set your temperature, turn it on max. So 5 minutes, it can be pretty warm.
So you can control that, like you can control the heat and everything.
Right from the app, yeah.
What about the seat heaters?
Oh yeah, you can turn the seat heaters on from the app.
Okay.
And I'm just waiting for the ability to buy that feature for the back seats here too. That would be really nice. We probably would have used that on our trip.
Like a seat heater
in the back, because it has them, and they're just not enabled on the standard range plus. So it sounds like it'll be some kind of a feature that you'd have to buy.
So there's seat heaters
installed.
Like, it's wired
for it, but it's just software deactivated.
What? It's one of those?
Yeah.
Okay, it's like the range with the standard range.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like how
they did that with the standard range versus the plus.
Okay, so the car starter, you can be anywhere.
Yeah.
Because it's app based and it's all whatever. Like, so you can be in California and you could turn your car on here. Can you do that?
Yeah.
App based, location based. You know that it's running. You can control the heat, the seat heaters, everything, which is pretty exceptional as far as standalone car starters that are probably $500 to $1,000 that will do that. They won't even do all that.
No.
They couldn't, because like if I got one installed in my car, I can't control the heat.
And they're starting to get those features in the brand new vehicles that are coming out.
Yeah. Like I know somebody that has a brand new Jeep Cherokee, and he's got an app-based car starter.
Yeah.
I think he can control his heat. I think.
Yeah.
Maybe it's more electronics, but the Tesla, the Model 3, built in.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, we're always trying to get apples to apples when we compare the Model 3 to other vehicles. And if we think about like a car starter, which might be a bolt-on, $500 to $1,000.
Right.
That's built into.
And
the
it's
Model
built
3.
into
so
the Model
there you go.
3.
Like, it's a.
There's another feature that you're getting with your car. You don't have to pay extra for that.
Yeah. One thing we got to do very soon in the winter is front-wheel drive versus rear-wheel drive.
Thanks for watching.
If you liked the video, then please give us a thumbs up. If you didn't, then feel free to give us a thumbs down.
Don't forget to subscribe.
And if you have any tips or any questions about the car, tips for the videos, then feel free to, again, to comment. For more bite-sized content, follow us on Instagram at Rocky Mountain Tesla.